Joining me now is Mr. Edwin Marshall. He's the CEO of MoneyTV International. MZEI is the stock symbol. Edwin, to see you again.
Pleasure, Don.
It's great to have you here. And I think the last time we spoke face-to-face was at another conference in Las Vegas. Why don't you tell us again quickly what the company does?
MoneyTV International has a product called Aseptic Sure, and we're going through the final development process with that, expect to be into sales by September. And what it's designed for is open space sterilization, emergency rooms, hospital patient care rooms, anything in a hospital. We actually have a derivative of it for bioterrorism countermeasures, for cleaning up infrastructure, things like that, sports facilities, any place where you have a problem with bacterial infections like E. coli, MRSA, C. difficile, things like that.
Now, you mentioned on the program before that about every 5 minutes in the United States alone, someone dies from an infection acquired in a hospital room or something like that.
Yeah, hospital-acquired infections by definition are considered preventable. And what they basically are is you go into a hospital for whatever purpose, you leave the hospital, and then you have to be readmitted to the hospital because of an infection you caught in the hospital. There's 1.7 million a year in the U.S. with a 6% fatality rate and a 20% fatality rate for MRSA.
Now, you mentioned to me before going on the air you've got some pretty exciting news to share with us. Why don't you tell us about this?
Yeah, I mean, we are transitioning very, very quickly now from the research side into final product development and sales. This week we expect the final sign-off from a safety and ethics committee of a hospital up in Kingston to begin testing in the hospital, out of our lab and into the hospital. The CEO of the hospital, who's a surgeon, has called this program imperative. So it's pretty exciting. And that's beginning this week. Next week, our Director of Medical Affairs, Dr. Michael Shannon, is actually presenting to the Bioterrorism Countermeasures Conference up in Ottawa for the G8. And when we get around to about the 5th of July or somewhere in there, we're working on it right now. We expect to be filing applications for both of our patents with 192 countries through the Patent Corporation Treaty. So everything is just happening very, very rapidly now.
Tremendous amount of growth and news since I last spoke to you. Just it seems like 5 or 6 weeks ago. Again, MoneyTV International, MZEI is their stock symbol. Ed, thanks for the update. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Don.
Take care.